Alright, my next project is going to be a Kato SD45. This is a older generation, I think, look at the date stamped on the frame. I want to say late 90s probably. I can't tell on here. Anyway, I have the 6497 here. But the one I'm going to do is the 6480, which I had. I'm kind of already starting to tear it apart here, but I had a Digitrax DZ126 decoder in there. Soldered the micro LEDs to the light pipes here, and I basically hardwired it in. So I'm going to start disassembling that. I have the wires are glued in also on the tail light lens here. Anyway, and then machine down the frame. Again, this is not a drop-in decoder ready frame. This is the old style when they had two little, they're basically analog, and they had the two little LED PC boards that would just snap in on the ends there. So like all my projects, I'm going to install an ESU 58741 decoder, and which I'm going to shave off some of the frame here to make that work. Hardwire it into the motor leads, and then the copper, what I call the little leaf spring pickups, solder the pickups there. And then what I want to do with this one also, I have these lighthouse LEDs. These are orange. They're clear. They're clear, kind of like a mini LED. But my plan is to put a beacon on the roof here, kind of behind the horn, and program that, because BN had a lot of rotating beacons, lights on their locomotives. So, and then in addition to the sound and everything. So that is this project here. So let's get on with tearing this thing apart. Alright, so I'm going to start taking this apart. Get the screws here on the sides, loosen up. And I'm going to put all my parts here in this little bowl. My decal bowl, but we're not doing decals right now, so it's dry. And split frames apart here. Carefully. Pop this flywheel through. Oh, yeah, there we go. Alright, so I've already got some Captain tape in there when I was putting the motor in. And take out the gears here. Drive shaft, whoops. Put back on there. There's our motor. The motor already came out of its little motor mount here. It's stuck to the other half. There's the motor mount. Alright, put that in there, and then let's see if I can pop off. I'm probably going to destroy it, but let's see if I can take off the LED here with this X-acto blade. It's probably kind of dark to see. Let me just cut the wires here too. Alright, wires are free. I don't know if you can see inside there, but if I shine a flashlight through, looks like we got plenty of light coming through there. Like that. Okay, so we'll do that, leave that alone off to the side, Here's our old decoder attached to the wire. I just need to go fire up the soldering iron, desolder those wires there off of that. And then we'll put the frame back together here and start marking it with a Sharpie approximately how much material I want to shave off. That's my cat. Alright, we'll put on pause here. We're gonna get the motor desoldered from take the wires off of the motor here. And get this right. As you see, I did do some machine work from before, widen it up here to feed the wire, so there's a little bit shaved off, but we're gonna take a little bit off the top here so we can set that board on top there. Okay, I got the machining done. Here's the old decoder. I was able to cut off the LED, the lights there, maybe save it, I don't know. Not worried about that now. Anyway, we shaved off. I kind of skipped the videoing the shaving part because I've done that a couple times on my last two videos. So I've got it machined down where I should have enough room now to put the decoder on top like so, and I also machined down the back here. There's a little bit of excess that I cut down, so I've got enough room to put the speaker there. Speaker's going to go there. That's the rear part. Decoder will be up like that. And then I should be able to go straight across with the rear LED, which I will solder those on here in a little bit. So right now it's assembling, basically getting the motor back in there, the gears and everything, and then solder some wires from the motor to the decoder, get that all buttoned up, and then we'll start running wires down to the pickups, wiring up the speaker, LEDs, etc. So we'll start on that now. Okay, I've got the motor drivetrain back in, decoder's temporarily taped down, trim the speaker wires, use some of the speaker wires for the motor pickups, so they're kind of inside the two halves of the frame here, so those will be soldered to the motor leads here on the board. Should have enough there to reach, just enough. And next step is to solder the LEDs in place, get those in, and then I need to drill through the shell for the beacon. That's going to be this LED, and that's going to go through the roof here. And I have my pin vise here, so I'm going to start out with a small hole, try to get it as centered as possible here on the cab, and then set that. The fun part is going to be making a nice clean solder joint to the leads here, which they're going to have to be trimmed so that it sits nice and flush, and, seated on top of the hood there, and then run those wires out and tie them into the auxiliary tabs here. I've done this before on a SP unit. Although that's on a Digitrax decoder, not a Kato. Not ESU. But that was a Digitrax decoder, soldering that beacon, same LED style. This one will be with an ESU sound decoder, so I'm looking forward to that, working on that part. So anyway, we're at this step here. I just need to solder the LEDs for the headlights and get the speaker soldered there, and then cut some wires, some really thin wires that come with my micro LEDs, and solder those to the copper pickup little leaf springs there, and then get the LED wired up for the beacon. Okay, so here it is, all assembled, ready to put the shell on. I've already programmed it. One thing I need to point out is that when I machined it originally, I did the front end here thinking this is the back. So when I put the board on and was getting ready to put the speaker in place and try out the shell, it obviously wasn't going to fit. So I had to machine back here to fit the speaker under there. So speaker's on there. I've already did a test fit. It goes on there nice. Here's the beacon. It's a LED. It's orange. And I basically wired these very thin LED wires to it. And I have an additional LED on the front, using the stock one for the back, and just keeping it that way. And like I said, it is programmed. I did a test run on the program track. Everything seems to be good. Had the shell on, and then I forgot I need to put the light cover on there. So we'll see if I can get that on there and put the shell back on gently. And if everything looks good, we'll put it on the layout and give you guys a little test run. Okay, I have it on the programmer track here. Like I said, still got a little bit of work to do on the LED there, get it kind of secured. It's just kind of, you can see it's a little bit raised up. So we're going to put a little piece of heat shrinkable tubing around it. It'll be black, kind of house it, make it look a little more realistic. So let's give it a little whirl here. You got stock headlight, kind of a dim light there, a little bit. There's our beacon. Headlight. Throttle here. And that's it there for a little test run on the programmer track, and then we'll try her on the layout here next. Alright, we're warmed up here. We got our SD45 on the point here. We got another SD45 SP trailing second. SD45-2. This one also has the decoder in it, but I have the sound off so you can hear the sound on our BN unit. And then I've got a UP SD40-2. So let's throttle it up here and take a listen. Hopefully everything goes good. Yep, that's some dirty track. Bear with me. some dirty wheels here. You see, I got my rotating beacon on there. I took some heat shrink tubing and heated up to make it kind of cling to the bottom there to kind of seal it up. It's not prototype, but you know, add some more visual entertainment to the locomotive. And then I'm using F5 for my main headlight. If I flip on, I think I've already got the headlight on there. Yeah, that's dark. That's the stock headlight. It's pretty dim. So I ended up putting F5 as the main headlight, and then F6 is the beacon. So anyway, that's just a little quick run. Running pretty good, other than the dirty wheels and the dirty track. But got a nice BN unit, SD45. Sounds good. Thanks. Have a good one.